Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Boxer, the technical trader at techtrader.com. It's Thursday, January the 4th, and these are the charts of the day. As we do every Thursday, a swing trade review. And of course, with the market having come down hard, quite a few of them have stopped out. But I'm going back several weeks now to take a look at a real deep review of some of the stuff that we've been looking at, and some of which are still active. If you look at ALT, for example, this recent swing popped out and is extended nicely. And right now, I think it's set up for a bigger move. Look at the hourly chart. You'll see that the angle of ascent shows that this might be something in the mid-teens and not too distant future. Up next is AMRX, which popped out and put a swing on it, then backed off and went nicely from about 4.25 to about 6. The extension target is now 7 and a 7.25. APLD, which is a recent pick when it broke out, extended, pulled back, and we had a beautiful engulfing reversal day today. Now looking for 8, 9, and 10. Apps, which broke out here, we put a swing on it and then ran up to the target zone and backed off. Now, it looked like a coil was developing, but when the market came down, this one took a bit of a hit. It's right on support. I don't want to see it below 6, but my target's for a retest of 7 and then 8.5. AUTL, after breaking out of the wedge, it just kept going. This is a tech trader swing as well, of course. But this one's gone from 381 to more than 7, nearly doubling in the last 3 weeks. The pullback yesterday and today, kind of to be expected. It's a steep angle of ascent. Not sure how far they can pull this back, but eventually I think this is an $8 or $9 stock. CBAY, which popped out from the coil and then kept going and then pulled back, and then it's had a beautiful rising channel over the last 3 months, and it's gone from 12 to 25 and change. It's doubled. You can see the juxtaposition of the long-term rising channel, the lateral price resistance makes this a little bit more vulnerable here. But overall, I think this has excellent opportunities for more upside through the course of the year. CDNA popped out, broke out. We put a swing on it. It kept running, then formed a little coil. Popped out and retested it. Retested the moving averages as well, held them, and had a nice run up to the channel top. The pullback recently puts it back in buy position for potential buy and a move up towards 14. DYN exploded yesterday, pulled back this morning and then ran. We just put a swing on it. It looks like it wants to go higher. That's a nice surge. I'm looking for 22, 25 in the next few days and weeks ahead. GCT broke out through a double top. It kept running. This is a recent addition. I like the way it looked, particularly today in the lousy market up to 11. My target, 25.5, 6. IOVA, which popped out, we put a swing on it, just kept running. It's now in a wedge pattern, but this has acted so well over the last few weeks. I'm looking for more upside, particularly if it gets to resistance just above here at 9. You might see 11.5, 12. KOPN, this low price puppy, which we put as a swing when it broke out, then pulled back and wedge. And now today was a big spike surge for it, up about 10.5% on a couple of million traded. But when this one gets going, if it gets to 235, 37, looking for 3.25 and 4 or better. LBPH, after popping and pulling back for a couple of days, I put a swing on it today. I believe the stock's going to break out, run into the 30 and then 35 zone. MARA, after a monster run that saw this go from 8 and change to quadrupling to 31.30, and had a 10-point pullback in reverse yesterday off the moving averages and trend line. As you can see, today's action jumped at another 318. If we get up to 32, your target's 39. MINM popped sharply today. Looks like a stock that has more to go. My target's 11 now. Excuse me, 6 and then 11. MP swing trade popped out. We put a swing on it, then ran up to a target number 1 and pulled back. Target number 2 is 23, 3.5. NTRA exploded and is now running in a rising channel. The recent pullback has it in jeopardy of a deeper retrace. However, if it does extend, 65, 6 is your target. Omega, big move today, exploded it for 100% on over 100 million. You see it ran into some resistance and did back off a little bit, but the extension targets are 9. OSCR popped out. We put a swing on it. It ran to target number 1 and wedge, and then ran up again, and now pulled back. Secondary targets are 10 and 11.5. Peloton popped. Strong move today. I believe it's going to take out these highs and run into the 8 and 9.5 3/4 zone. QS also exploded sharply with big volume, trading 111 million shares today, up a mere 46%. Extension target is 11. RCUS broke out. We put a swing on it and then pulled back and then bounced. This pullback today doesn't have me that concerned, but I will say it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave move already. May need to go into a deeper retrace. However, my targets are 22 and 25 going forward. Rocket Lab with a couple of big contracts popped out and extended. Now the pullback has held support, and today's snapback of about 9% has me thinking it goes to 6.5 and then 7 3/4. RNA pop, pullback, held the gap, went up, flagged, and broke out again at the first target, next target, 12 3/4. SGHT, inverse head and shoulders, wedge, exploded out to resistance, filling the gap. Now orderly retrace pullback has me thinking it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Wave 5 could get you to 8 and 10. Scholar Rock, which broke out, we put a swing on it, then pop, pulled back, wedged, and broke out again. Beautiful run that took this from 9 to over 20. I don't think it's done yet. The next target is high 20s. SSNT, big pop and wedge and breakout. Beautiful run up, pulled back, and a spike today from 14.5 to 19.5. 18.5 at the close, up 327. Might see that stock in the mid 20s. SSYS broke out. This, I believe, is a takeover eventually, if not sooner. The recent 5 or 6 day pullback has it back to fill that gap and test support. Next target is 15. U broke out, wedged, and exploded. Pulled back again, and then tagged both of my targets before pulling back. This rising channel, which took it from about 22 and change to 43 and change, doubling it basically, is now in jeopardy of a breakdown if it gets any lower, but an extension target would be high 40s. UIS pop broke out. We put a swing on it. It kept rising. It's in a rising channel. Needs to get to 6. Then your targets are 7 and 8. And VSAT broke out of a base. We put a swing on it, and it's running beautifully. I'm looking for the stock to be 32.3 at some point soon. Let's look at the stocks that are still active at the TechTrader.com's swing trade list. That's a quick review of what they look like. And that'll be it for tonight, everybody. Have a great evening. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.